Hello. We'll give it just a couple minutes, see if anyone joins. This is the part I always have to cut out. Waiting for folks to come on. Anyway, so it is 4 minutes after 3. Finally got Instagram to let me on. And so today is Wednesday, May 5th. Cinco de Mayo, and happy birthday to my baby girl, Cassie. So in this week's shop update, I have several things to show you and something coming that I'm pretty excited about. So we'll get right to all the admin stuff, get that out of the way, places that you can find me. You can find me on Instagram as jules.makes. I'm also on Facebook under Jules Makes LLC. I'm on Ravelry as Jules Larrabee, and my sister Judith and I have a YouTube channel called Nutty Nitty Sisters. We try to do a monthly podcast, just chronicling our fiber adventures and different things that we're doing with our knitting or our spinning. I do an unboxing for Yarnable, which is Hypnotic Yarn's monthly subscription yarn box. And my sister does an unboxing for Paradise Fibers for their monthly fiber box. So some fun things you can find on the YouTube channel. If you'd like to subscribe, we would love that. Let's see. So this week, today in Maine, is a very rainy, kind of cool day. So it's a little bit gloomy, but lots going on in Belfast Fiber Arts today. There have been a lot of folks in and out checking out all the changes that are going on. And because it's a rainy day and there's not a lot to do outside, it's a great day to come inside and check things out. Some things that have been going on in the new studio. The looms are all moved in, the spinning wheels are all moved in. Fiber is going up on the walls so you can see all the beautiful colors of yarns and threads and fibers. It's quite a studio. Classes are starting up. It's really coming together nicely in the studio. And in the front, in the shop, lots of changes there too. There are some fixtures put on the wall now and some beautiful quilts that are hanging. Very, very beautiful workmanship and colors, and they're stunning. And a new rack that has lots of beautiful quilted purses as well. There are reversible purses and purses you can change your outer and inner purses. You really should come check out the shop. It's bustling, it's busy, it's fun, and there's a lot of very talented artists in this shop. So I would encourage you to take a trip to Belfast if you're local enough for that, or if you're visiting Maine, and check out all the happenings. Here in my little corner, I have plenty of projects going. I'm still working on a big slipcover project. Everything is pretty much cut out. I've got a few more strips of piping fabrics to cut out, and then all the serging and putting it all together. So that is the big project for the rest of this week. I guess I could kind of give you a little peek here if I can figure out how to do this. I may make you dizzy for a moment, so I apologize. Let's see if I can get this out. And we'll flip our camera. So there is my table with all the stacks of the piping and the pieces that are going together for that slipcover. So while I've got the camera flipped, I will tell you my big exciting thing that I can't wait, and it should be here the end of this month is what I'm being told. We're hoping, keeping fingers crossed. I currently do have a serger, a Husqvarna Viking, trying to remember the model, 936, I believe that one is. 2, 3, 4, 5 thread, so it does cover stitch, chain stitch, and all those good things. However, the screen has been acting up on me, and the ribbon cable that supplies the screen is not replaceable, and that is what is shot. So I can set that machine up for a stitch and do, it takes a lot to figure out without having the screen to tell me what stitch I've chosen, what settings I've made. It's really difficult without just testing every time. So the plan is to get, and hopefully this will show up, to get a new 2, 3, 4, 5 thread overlock. And I'm going to be getting a Juki MO735 model. I'm very excited about that. It will be my first Juki machine. And once I have that, then I will take the Viking machine and set that up for just cover stitch. That's typically the most kind of time consuming way to change the serger over. So if I just set that up for cover stitch, then I will be good to go and pretty much hop around, do any projects that I need to do. So that is very exciting. I can't wait for that to come. So let's see if I can get you back on here, and then I will flip the camera. Apologies for shaking and all that stuff. Okay, let's see if we can swap around here. Okay, I'm back. All right, so a few more updates. Some of the things that I've been working on as far as my personal projects, whips, knitting projects. So in the evening when I go home, and on a day off if I don't have too many other things going on, these are the things that I work on. So I may have shown this, but I don't think I showed it completely done. This is my hiking reindeer cowl. Trying to remember the name of the designer, and it's escaping me, so I will try to put it in the description. It is basically a two-sided symmetrical cowl. It's made with Done Roving Yarn's Frolicking Feet. This colorway is called Clowning Around. And then I have Done Roving Frolicking Feet in Ebony. And I have, that yarn has really gone through many projects. And it's still going because there's so much yardage in Done Roving Yarns. And my thought is with the cowl, since, I mean, it's a beautiful scene. It's really a beautiful picture. And if I wear it as a cowl, you're not really gonna see that design. So I am actually going to try running yarn through here and turning it into a hat. I'm hoping that then you can see that pattern a little bit more if it's a hat. So something I will try, something I will play with, and as soon as I get the yarn run through there, I'll bring it on one of these episodes. Another thing that I am working on, and this is kind of a surprise, probably my daughter will watch and then it won't be a surprise for her, but it's for my granddaughter's birthday, her birthday is tomorrow, and so I am working to get this done for her party on Saturday. This is the Harvest cardigan, and I am now ready to just get the sleeves done. I did make a little bit of a boo-boo here. Did a knit when I should have done a garter in there somewhere. I mean a purl row in there somewhere. Anyway, I am going to embroider a little daisy. Use a lazy daisy stitch and just put a little daisy on here, and she is in love with ladybugs. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put a couple of little ladybug buttons or if I'm going to embroider a couple little ladybugs to go with her flower and just kind of disguise my oversight. The yarn that I'm using for it is Barocco Cotolana, which is no longer available. It's a, not sure what you call it. It's kind of a chain tube with the wool blown in. So it's a cotton wool blend, very light, but still very warm because of that tube and the wool that's blown into that tube. And it's in a pinkish color, which she is very girly. She loves all the pinks and purples and things. So I hope she will really like that. Let's see, we also, I was going to tell you about the pattern on that. Yeah, Harvest Cardigan is the pattern, and that is a picture of the pattern. That is by Tin Can Knits, available on Ravelry, and that's the adult size. I am actually making her the size 6 to 8. She will be 5, but I'm hoping by making the 6/8 it will give her some room to grow and get plenty of use out of it. And I also have my Bluewater Wrap that I have been working on. I'll probably have to stand up for this one because I've made progress. So it is getting quite long and beautiful. I absolutely love this. It has repeating what I call sequences. So you've got your patterns. I think there were 3 charts. Yes, 3 charts. And you repeat the sequence of charts. I'm doing 5 times. So I just completed the 4th one and am ready to start the final sequence. And then this is just going, I'll bring it closer. See those stitches and the texture and the pattern. I love everything about it. The pattern's very well written. It's, I think it's 110 stitches that you cast on. So it's not like you're doing a whole bunch of stitches for one pattern type before you change. And so it keeps you very interested in it. The yarn I'm using is called Just Yarn from Universal Yarns. And it really has great stitch definition. I'm very happy with it. So hopefully within the next weekly shop update or 2, I'll be able to show a finished object on that one. So that pattern again is Bluewater Wrap, and that is the pattern. That is by Tressa Weidenaar, and she goes by Sinbaike, I think is how she said to pronounce that. Sinbaike Knits. You can find her on Ravelry, and that is her, how you can find her on Instagram as well. Okay, and then the final, this is the whip to be. It should be a whip by now. Unfortunately, it's not. So this is April's yarn. If you haven't opened your April box, don't look. Well, too late. I just showed it. By now, you should have opened your April box if you subscribe to Yarnable. This was April's yarn, and this was called Stormwatch. It is her plush sock fingering, 8515 superwash merino nylon, 437 yards and 100 grams. And it's a really deep, deep purple. There's some black kind of, not solid, kind of, I can't think of the term that it's called right now, but it has real beautiful purple tones in there. Tonals, there we go. I said tone and it jogged my memory. Tonals, it's a very tonal yarn. Very soft, very squishy, and destined to be a pair of socks. I have not made a final decision on the sock pattern yet, but I think, let me hand me that paper right up by you, Mom. Right there, yep. This is the pattern I believe I'm going to try to make with them. Although this one is made with, I think it was DK, not sure, Sport Weight or DK. So Wanderly socks from the Devious Knitter, Amy Snell. And I believe that might be what those socks are going to end up. And I probably will do a contrasting heel and toe. I doubt that I will do the contrast up here though. So stay tuned. I will try to get that one cast on before my May box shows up, which is in the mail. So I'm going to be busy this weekend, I think. So I think that is about everything that I've been working on to bring you up to speed. And that's pretty much the happenings in the shop. I'm continuing to take in mending, alterations, custom sewing, any of those things. lots of traffic here being in Belfast Fiber Arts, which is wonderful. I have a lot of folks coming in and asking questions about what I can do, asking about projects that they're thinking about, if that's something that I would do. And I'm very open to discussing anything. If you have something in mind that you want sewn, knitted, you know, I'm happy to talk about knitted projects as well. You can look me up. You can go to the website, which is julesmakes.com. You can message me through Instagram. You can email me at info@julesmakes.com, and I would be happy to talk with you about what your desires are. So I thank you so much for joining me for this week's shop update. If you have any questions, things you're curious about, just comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And until next week, next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and thanks again for joining. Bye.